welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'll be making ice cream. It's a dairy-free ice cream, clean keto, using up some of the egg yolks that we have left from our PSMF days with our cinnamon bread and garlic bread. So first, we have a Vitamix, a very high-speed blender. You can do it with any blender. I have a can of coconut cream. I use Thai Kitchen. I like Thai Kitchen, but any brand that you like will work. We'll pour that in. I used to make this with 1 cup of coconut cream and 1 cup of coconut milk, but lately I've just been using a can of coconut cream, and it is even creamier and more delicious. And I was finding that if I had a cup of coconut cream and a cup of coconut milk, I had some leftover and I didn't always use it in time and it would spoil. So to that, I have already measured out 50 grams of xylitol. Now, I use xylitol because I have issues with other sweeteners. Xylitol and allulose are the only 2 granular sweeteners that will work with ice cream so that it's not rock hard. Yes, be very careful around your pets using xylitol. We do have cats, so actually our cats are closed up into the TV room right now so that they aren't here with it, and that's why I always pre-measure it into a cup so that none of it falls around. If you have dogs, I would suggest using allulose unless you have some adverse reaction like I do. I tried allulose because I wanted to protect my pets, and I get headaches with allulose and severe gastrointestinal issues. Severe. So we put in the xylitol, and to that we add a pinch of salt. Salt in ice cream? Yes, salt sometimes helps bring out the flavors. We're also adding, these are 6 egg yolks I had left over from making my cinnamon bread. If you follow us in our PSMF, protein sparing modified fast days, I make a cinnamon bread that Carl and I have every night. We call it tea and crumpets. We each have a pot of chamomile tea and a few slices of the cinnamon bread. So it's just egg whites, so it's pretty much just protein. We add a teaspoon of, I'm making vanilla today. I also have made several other flavors. I've had chocolate, coffee, maple, caramel, just about any extract you can use to make it what you want. So I put in a teaspoon of vanilla, and also stevia glyceride's also good for ice cream. And right now I'm using French vanilla, and I buy this off of Wellevate. I have found that their selection is much better than, say, Amazon. Amazon doesn't always have it, but I know Wellevate does. So this is French vanilla. And I don't measure, I just put in a couple of squirts. And I don't like anything that's very sweet, so I don't use a lot. So now we're going to blend it up. And this is very noisy, so now I blend this up for a long time for 2 reasons. One, I'm using a granular sweetener, so I want to make sure that it's all incorporated. And 2, part of making ice cream and with the ice cream maker is you want to add in air to make it, give it the volume. So I figure, and I don't know if it works, but I do it because I'm adding as much air as possible in here before I even put it into the ice cream maker. So the next step, we'll get the ice cream maker and proceed from there. So I have a Cuisinart ice cream maker, and I'm not sure, this is probably 15 years old, but it's not until recently that I've been able to make dairy-free ice cream that isn't like ice milk. So I'm so happy about this. So I'll get in the freezer. Bowl has been in there for at least a day. It depends on the manufacturer, what they suggest, but it's been in there for a day or 2. And just put it on the top. And Mine says to turn it on, and while it's turned on, pour in the ice cream mixture. And you want to get as much out as possible, but for all the little bits left in there, don't worry about it. After the ice cream is made, I'll show you what I do. So this will churn for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Depends on the ice cream maker, depends on how cold the bowl was. So this is pretty much done. As you can see, it's mostly solid. You'll notice that as it's beginning to churn, you'll get these clumps in there, and when all the clumps are gone and it's smooth and you can see the action here. So this is done. It's almost to the top of the container. So when it starts climbing up the container, that means there's enough air in it and it's nice and smooth and not lumpy. So we're calling it good. So we take this out and we try to get all of the good ice cream back into the container. All right, so I bought these ice cream containers. I bought these on Amazon. This brand is Sumo. It is double layered. This actually comes off, but I don't know if I can get it off right now. So it's 2 layers, and it helps so that the ice cream doesn't freeze solid. So you just put that there, and it's also great because it's elongated and you've got an ice cream scoop and you just scoop out the ice cream. So it's perfect for ice cream. And then you scoop it into the ice cream container. Yes, I'm using a metal spoon. Should I be? Probably not. But that's what I have found works the best for me. I have tried rubber spatulas. I have tried everything, and this works for me, so I use it. When I first started making ice cream about 30 years ago, and it was not dairy-free, we had this ice cream maker that you had to use rock salt, you had to use ice, and it was so messy. Made great ice cream, but it was very messy. These little electric ice cream makers are a lifesaver. You could eat it now if you like soft serve kind of ice cream, or put it in the freezer for at least 3 to 4 hours. In a few hours, we'll be back and I'll show you the finished product. But don't leave yet. I've got another surprise for you. Well, the ice cream has been in the freezer overnight, so now it's time to try it. Let's see how scoopable it is. If it's too frozen, what I do is I put it in the microwave for maybe 10 seconds, and that will soften it up. Sometimes 5 to 10 seconds, but this is it. Let's try it. Nice and creamy, great vanilla taste. And it's so hot here now, it's over 90. This tastes amazing.